Action, that's good to hear. Yeah, I hope it stays that way, you know? Having back problems are the worst thing. Sometimes it's hard to sleep at night because your back's so sore. Understandable. I wish I could just go to a chiropractor and they can just break my bones and put them back in the right place. I went there one time a long time ago, but they didn't really crack too many. Maybe about 3 and it was done. It wasn't like in my YouTube. I wanted some big class action where they would crack my neck, my back, my leg, my life. But no, it was just 3 and that was it. Sometimes I would look up videos just so that I would feel, you know, secondhand satisfaction. And for some reason, of course I know the reason. So, you know, sometimes the so-called chiropractors bring in busty ladies. I'm just like, dude, people are still gonna watch regardless. You don't need to bring in people like that. Like, I'm still gonna watch no matter what. And then I just feel kind of awkward watching it because I came here to feel happy and imagine my back being popped, not like, you know, this weird sexual tension between the chiropractor and this lady, you know? Like, I don't care about that. Keep that off the video. I don't care. Are you still watching this on YouTube? Oh, yeah, it's on YouTube. Go watch it. Sometimes they have those stuff around for whatever reason. Like, I like to do that sometimes. Like, pimple popping. Those are so therapeutic sometimes. I like fast forward it by ×2 speed. But you don't get sexy ladies while you're popping an acne. It's just they oozing that gross little pimple they have in that amazing I'm gonna stop. Yeah, but it's nice. It's cool. Keep going. Okay, well, it's like, you know, body's mayonnaise. And then with the blackheads you get, you could probably have that to top your food, like garnish. Like chocolate sprinkles. Yeah. No, it's not time for you to sleep yet. No, that's crazy. Don't go. Yeah, I mean, I guess the blackheads can be like sesame seeds. Ooh, imagine having that like on your vanilla. And then instead of a scoop of ice cream, it can just be a giant cyst. Hey, but it's gonna help with your diet if you're losing appetite and you want to lose some weight. I'm helping. I'm contributing. I'm doing my part. Is this how I lose weight? No. Like, even though I lose my appetite at times, it comes back eventually. Pepper chicken and basmati rice during this stream. Oh, sorry. Okay, can I say one thing though before I move on while we're on this gross subject? So sometimes, like, you know, let's say I have food poisoning or I don't feel so good and I have to, you know, make myself kind of hurl, right? But like, I don't want to shove my finger to induce vomiting. So sometimes what I try to do is, you know, I push my diaphragm, or like not diaphragm, but like maybe like below the ribs. And then while I do that, I think about really gross things, like maybe thinking about, cause you know, I don't want to stick a finger. So as an alternative, I think about gross things, like maybe licking the toilet seat. And you know how sometimes, like, if you go to public washrooms and the toilet seat is dirty, there are some brown spots, and then maybe you can lick that and be really sick. And then I imagine that, and then I get really sick. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So, you know, there we go. But like I said, sometimes works, but sometimes it doesn't. So yeah, I just go the old traditional way. What a twisted little mind I have. Oh, so dark. My brain has a darkness inside, kitten. You'll never understand. I want to refund my 34 months. Hey. Just because of that? Does that really make you sick? Does that make you lose your appetite? Did I make you gag? I'm happy. Thank you. I'm so glad that I can gross people out with just words alone. I feel like that's an accomplishment. Yeah. And back then, I had an art class, and this one friend of mine at the time was telling me the plot for Human Centipede, and I gagged. That's how you know that it's disgusting. And I used to gag at this one part in Hunger Games where apparently they eat soup made out of wild dogs, and I was like, oh, no, that's not right at all. And I was gagging over that too. Number 1 worst tangent of all time. Hello, this is Pharmacy. I'd like to buy some medicine. Do you have anything to wipe memories? Oh, it's not so bad. This is not worse than that tapeworm tangent. Oh, okay. So, moving on from the gross tangent. Okay. This isn't about me anymore, okay? Let's say you had someone that you liked a lot, but they turned into a cat. Would you still love them? A cat, yes. Okay. Okay, let me switch the question. It gets progressively worse. So, okay. Let's say that you were in a relationship with someone, right? And that significant other turned into a cat. Would you still romantically love them? Like, you know, don't do anything illegal, like nothing freaky, but would you still romantically love them? And they fully understand you. You can communicate with them. Like, what would you do? Would you adopt the cat? Or would you give it away to a shelter? Like, don't do anything weird, obviously. Like, the only option is to, you know, love them. Cherish them. I guess you'd keep her. Okay. But would you be single for the rest of your life because you loved your significant other? Sure, why not? Really? No, I'm not gonna fall in love with the cat. But would you... Okay, if that's the case, would you adopt the cat at the very least? Because they understand you, right? Depends on the relationship! Oh. Okay, you would adopt them. Okay, so let's say that you adopted them, right? And you love them like you would with normal cat, but okay, going with the story that you would have other relationships while your significant other turned into a cat, because obviously you would not be romantically in love with your significant other anymore because they turned into a cat, right? So, would you be okay with inviting a new love interest over to your house and your cat who's your significant other? Would you be okay? Would they become cat? No, they wouldn't. But, like, would you be okay with your significant other turned cat, watch the whole relationship, and maybe to decide to get married too? And the cat understands you, can communicate with you, like can nod or shake their head. Like, would you still go through with marrying someone? That is so cruel, NTR. Man. Yeah, so I was asking some of my friends this question and they found it kind of hard to answer. I was interested. Is this a question you ask around? No. Like, this one at least isn't, you know, I mean, not that the other one was bad. I mean, it was okay, it was pretty bad. But, okay, well, you know, at least for this one, it's safe for work because, like I kept saying, there is nothing weird going on, nothing illegal. And by romantic feelings, it's like romantic feelings you had with your significant other was a human at the time. And like, you wouldn't do anything weird. Just, you would love them like you would with a normal pet. Cherish them, love them. Is the cat still as smart as a human? I mean, it's a human turned into a cat. It understands everything. Just that it can't, you know, verbally communicate with you, but yes. Understands human language and everything. Has the mind of a human. Okay, and then now like stepping it down. You guys said, oh yeah, like sure, I could still adopt a cat, that's fine. But what if it was a worm? Like, it's not about like, oh, would you still love me if I was a worm? Like, what would you do if your significant other turned into a worm? That's the question now. Like, not tapeworms or anything, just a worm by a bird. So you'd kill your significant other and feed it to a bird? What if your significant other can communicate with you by riding in the dirt? You know, maybe it can eat the dirt and poop it out and try really hard to write a yes or a no. Go fishing. So you'd rather kill them. I'm too slow for this. That would be really slow. What if, like, the worm writes in small letters instead of, you know, like, big letters? What if, I'm just saying. Because, I asked some of my friends, and they said, like, they put the worm in the terrarium. I was like, oh, that's sweet. Initially, they said, oh, you know, if that happened, I let them go free, live in the dirt. And I said, what if they don't want to be in the wild? Then they said that they put the worm in a terrarium or something. You have very normal friends, though. Yeah, they weren't really fazed by my questions. That's a smart answer. Yeah, and you guys weren't giving very smart answers. You guys would just say, oh, go fishing. Eat. I would block you? Why? But doesn't it make you think? Aren't these very philosophical questions? Like, it really makes you think about life. And are we going with the other question? If we would call another significant other and do stuff in front of a terrarium? Do stuff? Oh, like play video games? I mean, I don't think you can get much reaction. No, I mean in the hypothetical situation, like, you know, it... Because, like, you know, the other person, like, the one I'm asking the question to, they wouldn't really feel too much guilt if I say that, oh, you know, you invite someone over and they're, I don't know, playing poker with you or video games. It'd be like, yeah, so what? Can't read how a worm is like. I think I don't know, the conversation naturally switched to how there are a lot of frogs on the road, and sometimes it gets really hot outside and the frogs turn into crisp leather skin. And I said, oh, you can probably sell that on Etsy or something. Like, collect all the dry skin on the streets and turn them into a wallet or something. Yeah, apparently, like in Hawaii, for example, there are a lot of frogs that are dead in the streets, and all you can see is their skin left behind because they get dried. So, yeah, that's why I was saying, oh, I bet that'd be really popular on Etsy. That's against Etsy, TOS. Really? Because I've seen some taxidermied animals on Etsy. I feel like it'd be allowed. Real or fake? Real. あ、konnichiwa! このお話は、英語わかりませんなら大丈夫です。いや、気に入らないでください。大丈夫ですか？大丈夫。ちょっと、ちょっと怖いのお話を、話しますから、気に入らないでください。わかりませんです。あ、よかったイェーイ気にしないで気にしないでください。はい。Don't worry. 今日はいい天気ですね。この配信は、英語わかりませんなら全然大丈夫です。 Like 100, 100% 大丈夫です。雑談楽しい Yeah! Okay, but just to make it clear, like, you know, I was like asking about the whole yeah, I mean, like, just in case I have to explain, I don't really want any further jokes with the, you know, like getting weird, like about, you know, because I was talking about romantic, the whole thing, like not like in a weird sexual way. So like, you know, don't do anything weird with that, just in case. You know, just in this stream, it's fine. We can laugh about it, but I don't want it to be like, I don't want it to go any further because I think that would make me uncomfortable. Thank you. Just so that, you know, we don't take it too far. I mean, the whole like, oh, she's not escaping pet play allegations. That's like, heck yeah, I won't. But, you know, I don't want actual, like, zoophilia. Yeah, that's an uncomfortable territory for me, so thank you. Because, you know, I kind of realized that, I guess if there are some jokes that you're not comfortable with making it, I guess, like a running joke, like if you're not comfortable with it, it's best to shut it down fast. So, yeah, just so that it doesn't grow. I think that's what I've come to realize. I mean, with the whole pet play thing, I'm like, haha, I think it's funny. I run with it, but yeah. Okie dokie, thank you. Mm-hmm.